Who got screwed last night?
Well, I think for the best picture, I would have preferred to see Black Klansman or Roma win. I also was not a huge fan of Bohemian Rhapsody overall, and I like Rami Malek's a great actor, but he did not even perform those vocals. Those are basically lip syncing that we saw. So I to me, I would have much rather have seen Christian Bale win for Vice for lead actor.
You had Spike Lee who tried to walk out when Green Book won. Has that ever happened before where somebody's that upset with somebody winning? Yeah,
it has happened a few times, although usually they do it kind of quietly. It's usually people who are upset that they didn't win. I know Will Smith went home early one time. They claimed one of the kids had a cold, so they had to get out of there early. But I can't remember anybody walking out. And, Spike Lee had just won an Academy Award, for his screenplay for Black Klansman. But, he was not, like a lot of people were, he was not a huge fan of Green Book. He started to walk out. He came back, I don't know if he thought better of it. I know he had a couple of conversations with other people who said, listen, don't make this about you now. You can talk about the movie later. So, but yeah, he was definitely ticked off.
Brings me to the topic of Best Supporting and Best Actor. In Green Book, I couldn't tell as I watched the movie who would be considered the best actor and who was the best supporting actor in there. How do you differentiate that? Or, is this strategically placed of we have a better chance winning if he's best supporting as opposed to best actor?
Yeah, the weird thing and the interesting thing is, Dan, there are no, the Academy has all these other arcane rules. It's like the NFL playbook. There are no rules about what's a supporting or lead performance. The studios can decide. So you mentioned Green Book. Now, I would say that I think Viggo Mortensen was the lead because we get about 20 minutes of him at the beginning of the movie before Mahershala Ali's character is introduced into the film.
Yeah.
At that point, they're just co-leading stars. But, for example, Olivia Colman, who won Best Actress last night for The Favorite, she's really a supporting character. Emma Stone is the lead in that movie. She's the one who has the most screen time.
So it is strategic in we think you have a better chance, therefore we get more eyeballs on the movie if this person wins an Academy Award.
And the other thing is, Dan, just what kind of an impact it has on audiences. The most famous example, to me, is Anthony Hopkins, who won Best Lead Performance for Silence of the Lambs. That movie's over 2 hours long. He's in the movie for about 20 to 25 minutes, but he was so memorable, the studio rightfully thought, you know what, let's put him up for lead performance. And he won for Best Actor in a film in which, Jodie Foster and Scott Glenn have way more screen time.
Best movie you saw this year was what?
The best movie I saw is a movie that got no love come nomination time. It was a movie called Widows, which was a heist movie, a political thriller set in my hometown of Chicago, directed by Steve McQueen, who won an Oscar for 12 Years a Slave. It had Viola Davis and Liam Neeson and Colin Farrell and Robert Duvall. And for some reason, it's went under almost everyone's radar. So if people get a chance, check out Widows. That movie should have won a half dozen Oscars.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.